Welcome to Asset Television, your best station for news, politics, business, sports and entertainment. Your one-stop channel, Asset.
Hello and thanks for staying with us on Asset Television. Welcome to the news. I am Eugenia Solomon. First, the headlines. Former Kogi State Governor finally appears in court after arrest. Nigeria National Petroleum Company Port Harcourt Refinery finally rolls out products. Central Bank of Nigeria grants more time for recapitalization of Bureau de Change licenses. In other news, in detail. Former Governor of Kogi State Yahaya Bello was formally arraigned in court today. He appeared in court with all members of Kogi State House of Assembly trailing behind him.
What was that?
He is currently being detained at the holding facilities of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in Abuja. Bello, who was declared wanted by the anti-graft agency in April over an alleged 110 billion naira fraud, was finally grilled after all efforts to have him arrested and stand trial proved abortive. Since filing the charges against the former Kogi governor, the commission has not been able to bring him to court for arraignment. The commission had initially filed 19 charges against Bello, along with his nephews Ali Bello.
What was that?
Laundering offenses amounting to over 80 billion naira. But the charges were reduced to 16 on September 25, with the total sum allegedly laundering rising to over 110 billion naira. He, alongside other defendants, was alleged to have bought a total of 12 houses in various locations in Abuja with the money. The offenses, the EFCC said, were contrary to Section 311 of Penal Code Law Cap 89 laws of Northern Nigeria, 1963, and punishable after Section 312 of the same law. Well, President Bola Tinubu and his wife, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, will depart Abuja today to begin a 3-day state visit to France in honor of an invitation from President Emmanuel Macron. During the visit, discussions were focused on strengthening political, economic, and cultural relations and establishing more opportunities for partnership, particularly in agriculture, security, education, health, youth engagement and employment, innovation, and energy transition, according to a statement by Special Advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. President Tinubu said his wife will be received on Thursday at the 350-year-old French Military Museum by Macron and his spouse, Brigitte, for initial ceremonies that will devolve into bilateral meetings. Onanuga then stated that the duo would be hosted at a state dinner by the French leader before their departure. He added that the government officials will accompany President Tinubu on the trip. Meanwhile, Vice President Kashim Shettima has departed Abuja for Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, to attend the opening of the International Exhibition of Extractive and Energy Resources 2024 conference. Well, the event holds from November 27th to December 2nd, 2024 at the Abidjan Exhibition Center. Shettima's visit is at the invitation of Côte d'Ivoire's Vice President Tiemoko Miliet Kone, Senior Special Advisor to the Vice President on Media and Communication, Stanley Nkocha, said in a statement. The statement titled VP Shettima leaves for Abidjan to attend CIREX 2024 company ceremony. CIREX conference is an international event organized by the government of Côte d'Ivoire that focuses on policies and strategy for the sustainable development of the extractive and energy industries. The Vice President is expected to return to Abuja later today. Well, nationwide excitement has greeted the revival of production at the Port Harcourt refinery, with President Bola Tinubu, Oil Workers Union, Pan Niger Delta Forum (PANDEF), and many prominent Nigerians expressing hope of fuel availability, price reduction, and a healthy market competition in the oil sector. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL), which confirmed this through its spokesperson Olufemi Sone, said the loading of trucks started on Tuesday. Many Nigerians who described the resumption of operations by the refinery after a long time as a milestone hailed the group chief executive officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Melekari, for fulfilling his promise to bring the asset back to life. President Tinubu acknowledged the pivotal role of former President Muhammadu Buhari in initiating the comprehensive rehabilitation of all refineries in the country and expressed gratitude to the African Export-Import Bank for its confidence in financing the project. With the successful revival of the Port Harcourt refinery, President Tinubu urged NNPC Limited to exhibit the scheduled reactivation of both the second Port Harcourt refinery and the Warri and Kaduna refineries. Well, the World Bank has indicated interest to partner with the National Youth Service Corps (NYC) in its efforts towards reducing the increasing number of unemployed youths in the country. It said the scheme's achievements over the past 51 years through the deployment of graduate youths across the country has transformed the development landscape of many rural areas. The country director of World Bank, Ndiame Diop, said this when he led a team on a courtesy visit to the NYC National Directorate headquarters in Maitama, Abuja. In a statement by the Acting Director, Information and Public Relations, Caroline Embu, Diop lauded the successive batches of core members for reducing the infant and maternal mortality rates in the country. In his remarks, the Director General of National Youth Service Corps, Brigadier General Yusho Ahmad, lauded the existing synergy between the scheme and World Bank, which has enhanced staff capacity building. He said core members have tremendously participated in several national assignments like election, population census, sensitization programs, immunization, amongst others at different times. Well, more stories will come your way shortly after the break. Don't go away.
Welcome to Asset Television, your best station for news, politics, business, sports and entertainment, your one-stop channel.
Well, thank you for being there. You're still watching the news on Asset Television. Well, the federal government, through the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, has promised to address overlapping agency duties that increases cost for exporters. The Minister for Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, made this commitment during a ministerial consultation on Tuesday with the top 100 exporters in Lagos, where stakeholders from various sectors gathered to address challenges facing the export industry. She noted the long-standing bureaucratic inefficiencies, including conflicts among agencies such as Standards Organization of Nigeria (SAN) and the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control (NAFDAC), which burden manufacturers. The minister also highlighted the government's focus on supporting both goods and services exports, particularly in digital trade, which she described as a low-hanging fruit for Nigerian youths. Meanwhile, the Director General of the Nigerian Export Promotion Council, Nonye Ayeni, addressed exporters' submissions, emphasizing efforts to simplify export processes. Ayeni revealed that the NEPC had secured approval from the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) to include the CFA franc in accepted export proceeds. Well, President Bola Tinubu has nominated 3 new members to fill existing vacancies on the board of the Code of Conduct Bureau. President Tinubu's special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, made the disclosure in a statement titled, "President Tinubu nominates 3 new board members for the Code of Conduct Bureau." The nominees are Fatai Ibikunle from Oyo State, Kennedy Ikpeme from Cross River, and Justice Ibrahim Buba, a retired judge of the Federal High Court. Onanuga said they will constitute the Bureau's 10-member board to enhance oversight mechanisms. On October 23, 2024, President Tinubu swore in the chairman of the board, Dr. Abdullahi Bello. The current board includes Murtala Kankia, E.J. Agbomenyinma, Ben Umerna, and Professor Juriwa Badamosi. Other members are Bulus Zafania and Abdusalam Olawale. While the Association of Bureau de Change of Nigeria (APCON) has revealed that the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has extended the deadline for BDC's operators to recapitalize by 6 months. The APCON president, Aminu Gwadabe, revealed this during a virtual general meeting with members. With this extension, the new deadline for the recapitalization would be June 3, 2025. In May, the CBN issued new operational guidelines for BDCs, which became effective June 3rd, directing all existing BDCs to reapply for a new license according to their preferred categories, Tier 1 and Tier 2 BDCs, and meet the minimum capital requirement of the license category applied for within 6 months from the effective date of the guidelines. According to the guidelines, BDCs with Tier 1 licenses are expected to have a capital base worth 2 billion naira, while Tier 2 licenses must have 500 million naira with non-refundable license fees of 5 million naira and 2 million naira respectively. In a statement, Gwadabe noted that some BDCs have started complying with the CBN's directive on recapitalization. He added that the Apex Bank has also approved a 6-month extension for all BDCs to recapitalize their operations, with a deadline move from December 2024 to June 2025. He said the deadline applies to existing BDCs, while new operators seeking licenses have an indefinite timeline to get their licenses. The operators in attendance at the meeting include over 220 CBN's licensed BDCs, APCON, council members, and other stakeholders. Well, on the foreign scene now, a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah has come into effect in Lebanon after more than a year of fighting. It began at 0400 local time on Wednesday, putting at least temporary end to nearly 14 months of conflict between Israel and the Iran-backed militant group. The deal was announced on Tuesday evening by Israel, France, and the U.S., with President Joe Biden saying it aimed to be a permanent cessation of hostilities. Israel issued evacuation orders for parts of Beirut 4 hours before the ceasefire deadline, striking around an hour before. Hezbollah also fired drones into Israel in the hours before fighting stopped. Within minutes of the ceasefire, the Israel Defense Forces IDF warned residents of southern Lebanon against heading towards the villages that the IDB has ordered to be evacuated towards IDF forces in the area. Well, with that sports story, we have come to the end of the news. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms for more updates and programs. On behalf of the entire news crew, I am Eugenia Solomon. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to Asset Television, your best station for news, politics, business, sport and entertainment. Your one-stop channel, Asset Television.